All right, guys, breaking news, major red alert. This is huge. I had to pull over on the side of the road to make this video because this is breaking news. This is shocking, all right? So, President Joe Biden has come out and said something very scary, very real, and very just like this is a real thing we need to get prepared for, all right? Right now. He is warning of nuclear Armageddon. Nuclear Armageddon. The President of the United States is using the words nuclear Armageddon. All right. This is very real. This is very serious. And this is only going to escalate. All right. I will read you the exact quote that he said. He said, "We have not faced the prospect of, quote, Armageddon." This is all a quote, but Armageddon. "Since Kennedy and the Cuban Missile Crisis." He suggested the threat from Putin is real because, quote, his military is, you might say, quote, significantly underperforming. That's a quote from Biden, the President of the United States. All right. So this is very real. This is very scary. And he also warned that the prospect of chemical, biological, nuclear weapons are all on the table right now. He says, he knows Putin very well. He says that he's known him a long time. Apparently, this is all coming from Biden, paraphrasing, and he said that Putin will use biological, chemical, nuclear weapons. All right, so this is a major red alert. This could be a false flag red alert. This could be a real red alert. This could be, who knows? This could be a psyop to get us prepared for something even bigger. All right. So the president is coming out and warning of nuclear Armageddon. Why would he say this? Why is the rhetoric always escalating? In the Cuban Missile Crisis, it wasn't, it was like, we need to de-escalate. We need to get these nukes out of Cuba, right? And now it's just like, the only option is we might just have to have a massive nuclear war with Russia, all right? Who is voting for this? Who voted for this? Why don't we have a nationwide vote? Yes or no? Should we have a massive war with Russia? I bet it would be 90% no. No. Who wants this? Who voted for this? I thought we voted for these people to represent our best interests. And everything they say just moves closer to war, all right? Moves us closer to war every day. There's no peace, there's no détente, there's no resolutions, there's no just, waving the white flag, like, let's find a solution. It's just like, no, there's going to be a nuclear Armageddon. Why would Biden be saying this right before the midterms? Why would he even be saying this? Wouldn't this be like a bad thing, a bad look for him, a bad image for Biden right for the midterms? Why would he even be saying this right for the midterms unless something big is going to happen, unless they're really trying to get us psychologically prepared for a nuclear event? All right. So let me know what you guys are thinking on this. This is very serious. I wanted to get this out right away because what the heck's going on? What's going on? The U.S. just bought $290 million worth of radiation sickness medicine. Poland is begging for United States nuclear weapons to be placed in Poland, which is right on the border of Ukraine, which could easily have a spillover and activate these nuclear weapons accidentally or on purpose, all right? Who knows? But it's just more nuclear proliferation. I thought we were in a treaty to not do that. We're in multiple treaties, even with Russia, to not advance our nuclear weapon systems and to spread them throughout the world, all right? But for some reason, that doesn't really matter. These treaties are not really being enforced anymore, right? It's not really a big deal anymore, apparently, if we put nukes right on the border of Ukraine, which is a violation of one of the treaties, a 1997 treaty we have with Russia, right? So this is huge, guys. Everything seems to be escalating. I mean, if you think about it, the Cuban Missile Crisis, I just thought about this, all right? So the Cuban Missile Crisis was because Russia put nuclear weapons in Cuba, which is right on our border with Florida, 60 miles from Florida, all right? So Is this kind of similar? What if we put nukes in Poland, which is right near Russia's border? You know, Ukraine's right there. This is what Russia is claiming, that Ukraine is part of Russia. Okay, so they would kind of see this as a threat. I believe it was like a decade plus ago now, when Obama was in office, Putin even warned that any nukes in Poland would be considered a first strike, right? I'm pretty sure that's what happened. This was over a decade ago when Putin warned Obama about this, but pretty sure that's what happened. He was saying that this would be considered a technical first strike, because it's almost like the Cuban Missile Crisis in Russia's eyes. All right, this is what Russia is probably thinking of it as, like, this is our own Cuban Missile Crisis. You're putting nukes on our, right near our borders. You know what I mean? That's also the big problem with Sweden and Finland and all these different countries that keep wanting to join NATO, is they are right there on Russia's border, and Russia considers that a massive threat to them. And they consider it breaking these treaties, all this stuff. So it's just like opening up a can of worms. And there's no de-escalation. That's the point of all this. Why is the president coming out and saying there could be Armageddon? Come on, man. I got my Ray-Bans on, like Biden. Come on, man. Let's stop this war, man. Come on. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but it's crazy. It's nuts that we were told for years, oh, remember Trump? All right, whether you like Trump or not, there was a big thing. It was like, Trump's going to start a nuclear war. Trump's going to get us all, going to wipe us all out. He's going to start a big thing. But then none of that materialized. And then what do you know? We're on the verge of nuclear war suddenly with Russia and China and North Korea just in the past 2 years. This wasn't even happening 2 years ago. All right. We had all these lockdowns and all these situations going on, but we were not on the verge of a nuclear war with Russia, China, and North Korea. This is insane. And this isn't just like, you can't just be like, this is fear mongering. This is trying to scare people. No, it's not. The president of the United States is saying we are on the verge of a nuclear Armageddon. All right. And he said that he knows that Putin is going to use biological or chemical weapons. He knows. That's what he said. Right. He says he knows Putin very well. And he says he knows Putin is going to use chemical or biological or nuclear weapons very soon. All right. So let me know what you guys think. This is getting real. Why would the president say this right before midterms? It's literally October. Midterms are next month. And he's saying, hey, nuclear Armageddon might happen maybe for midterms. I don't know. It's not looking good. This is nuts. The only thing I can do is laugh sometimes, because it just feels like we're living in a movie or something sometimes. All right. So thank you guys for watching. Please keep up with the Prepper News. Please sub, posting all day. I'll keep you guys updated on all these situations, because it's developing every single day. There's new developments. All right. So thank you guys for watching, and you have a big old blessed day.